In about 10 minutes, I want to tell you why I think Lenfi is still a good investment and why I still think you can make a ton of money on it in 2025 or whenever it starts to turn around. These are the things I would like to look at. These are the things that I think you should be looking at for the Lenfi chart. And I want to address whether Lenfi is a scam, what's going on with the team, when V3 or V2 is going to come back out, and what investors can inspect or can expect. All right. I want to make it very quick and very seamless because I'm still bullish on this project, have not sold any of my Lenfi, and I want to talk about how I think I could have invested in it a little bit better to give me a better risk reward advantage and what I would do differently and what I would look at if I were you. Okay. The first thing is, what is going on with Lenfi? Well, as far as I'm concerned, the project is still going on. They're still making money in the Treasury wallet. The funds are still in the wallet as far as the 14 or 15 million Lenfi tokens that are in the Treasury wallet for the DAO to use. Those are still intact. And as far as I can tell, the team is still building and still doing great things. The one thing that's lacking, as always, is communication. The team has not been very communicative, but that's not a new thing. That's something we've seen over the 2 or 3 years that Lenfi has been building. So there's not a lot of reasons to concern there. What I think is going to happen is just one day they're going to come out and say, all right, V2 is back up. All right, V3 is ready. And it's going to be here next week. Or it's going to be here to there. And it's going to surprise everyone. And I think that will be a very big shock. That's typically how the Lenfi team works. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the communication. Although as an investor, it's always good to have a little bit more communication. On the spectrum of communication, I think it's better to have a team that's not as communicative but delivers an amazing product versus a team that's overly communicative because they're compensating because they have a bad product or they're not good at building and they're just trying to sell. So I'd probably rather it to be this way if I had to choose one thing. But let me show you how you can check the Lenfi wallet to make sure all the Lenfi is still there, to make sure the team's still making money. And then we'll talk about the chart and how I would invest and how I think I could have done better investing in Lenfi in 2024. First thing that we want to do in order to check the team's wallet is you can go to JPEG Store. This is an NFT marketplace, and you can search up Lenfi DAO or Lenfi.treasury. Projects typically will let people know about their ADA handles, their wallets. And so you can come in here and search it. What that's going to do is it's going to give you these, right? Lenfi holds these two in their wallet, and then you get a wallet ID right here. You can copy this wallet, go to pool.pm, search up the wallet, right? You can search it right here. And then it will take you to the wallet that you are looking for. This is going to be Lenfi's wallet. And you can see up here, Lenfi DAO is the ADA handle. They're staked to this stake pool, and they currently have 113,000 ADA. I'm going to show you how this number is going up over time, meaning that the protocol is making money and the Treasury wallet is growing so that in governance, the people who are Lenfi holders like myself, we can vote and do things with this 113,000 ADA that is only going up over time. Now, in this wallet, you can also search Lenfi, and you can see here, this wallet currently still holds 14 million Lenfi. Wow, good job. The team has not taken out any of the Lenfi DAO tokens that they promised not to take out. The team is still working under their same guidelines. And no, it's not a scam and it's not a rug because the money is still here and the money is actively growing. Let me show you here. So this, you can then take this same wallet ID right here, copy it again, go over to this nifty website called cexplorer.io. Up here in the search bar, you can paste the wallet like so, right? Paste the wallet here. It's going to take you to this page. And then if you want to go to the rewards tab, you can see how this is the pool that the Lenfi, this Lenfi DAO NFT, the stake, the wallet, or the wallet that owns this NFT, this wallet is staked to this stake pool, CRFA, that's right here, CRFA. You can come in here and you can see the active stake, this column right here, is going up over time. So on February 8th, it was 99,000 ADA. On February 23rd, it was 105,000 ADA. And today, on 3/25, it was 112,000 ADA. Today, March 30th, it is 113,000 ADA. This means that the protocol is earning revenue and Lenfi is still earning revenue, even though they only have the V1 up. So imagine what's going to happen if they have V2 and then they upgrade V1 to V3. The possibilities are really limitless as to what this project can continue to deliver for Cardano. So I'm still bullish there. The team is obviously still working on stuff. The project's still running. They're not taking the money out. These are all good signs to me. So that's going to cover our basis. No, it's not a rug. Yes, it's still building. The money's still there and people are still finding a use for the platform, which is very, very good in my opinion. Now, how does that translate into price? What should we do as investors to make the most money on Lenfi that we can here in 2025? Well, the first thing I think we should do is I think we should wait. I think And my advice is not going to be applicable to everyone, but I think the majority of investors should wait. We should wait for a signal, because up here around 3 ADA is when Lenfi kind of found their bug. Things started falling off. And you can see here today, people are losing confidence in the project. They're losing hope. They're losing patience. They're losing, communication, right? They're feeling out of touch. And when this happens, they're selling. I think that the majority of investors should wait for a different signal, wait for a different sign, and catch Lenfi on the rebound heading to brighter futures. So whether this is after version 2 is released, or some more communication about V3 is released, I think that's a better sign about what could happen, and you can buy into positive news. I made the majority of my buys right here in this region, and a little bit up here too. And you can see I've just entered into a loss on Lenfi. So after holding for almost a year, I've now entered a loss. And this is the risk you take with buying a little bit too early. So I would urge you not to buy here today, maybe, but maybe wait for the rebound and catch it on the rebound. You'll still make plenty of money. And I think that'd be a good idea for the majority of people. Now, what we see here, what I could have done better is I entered a little bit too early. Back here, this was the first stage 1 for Lenfi. Then I entered stage 2, this massive uptrend, stage 3 distribution, stage 4 downtrend. Here in mid 2024, I really started buying Lenfi, and I should have understood that this is in a late stage 4, early stage 1, plenty of time to let this thing work itself out and kind of reduce its volume, reduce its volatility, and find a true bottom before buying in. So I think that's what's happening right now. I think Lenfi is finding a true bottom. I think it will personally be here around 0.8 to 0.78 ADA, somewhere in this range. But you don't want to buy here and then it continues lower down to 0.6 or something along those lines. So I would be patient, wait to see what Lenfi does, see if it catches a bottom here and starts to make its way back up. And the ideal scenario is these moving averages, the 30 and 40 week moving averages, come sideways and Lenfi gets above those again, signaling stage 1 is about to be over and stage 2 might start, which will be right along this. So this is the exact scenario we're in. Maybe Lenfi is coming down for a final bottom, something along this lines. Then it will come back up into the moving averages, get above, probably test the moving averages again where you can buy for a great entry, and then it will rock it up. That is the plan I think the majority of investors should have. And a smarter me back a year ago would have noticed this, would have been patient, maybe would have put a buy in right here and then got stopped out and let it fall back again. And now today we are waiting for Lenfi to find a bottom, figure out what it's doing, and then come back up into the moving averages so we can make an educated, successful buy into the pattern. The alternative scenario is you can be one of the people that tries to buy the exact bottom down here. That would be great. You'd obviously make a good little bit of return here if you bought, let's say the bottom was around 0.79, you bought it, that would be 100% return back to 1.61, right? Maybe that's worth the risk to you. But the problem with that is you take the risk of it continuing to fall longer than expected. So there's always risk either way. You can try to time the bottom or you can wait to the moving average. Two good spots to buy. I'll probably wait to see where the bottom starts and then what kind of news the team comes out with and see how that relates to the moving average. If a bottom's put in here, maybe I'll take a nibble at around 0.8, 0.9 and catch the ride up to the moving averages, sell at the moving averages or see what happens at the moving averages. But that is what I would watch. You want Lenfi to get back above the 30 week, back above the 40 week, build its little base that it did kind of like right here, the retest, and then continue higher on some good volume, okay? That is what you want to watch. As of right now, I think I would say Lenfi is still a good project. What we need is confirmation that version 2 is coming back out, confirmation that version 3 is coming out, right? Whether that's updating version 1 or bringing version 1 and version 2 together, not 100% sure, but we do need a confirmation that better times are coming, and that will be reflected in the price, right? So I think the communication is obviously not a strong suit of Lenfi and the Lenfi team, but over time, something's going to happen, right? Lenfi is going to come down here, build a base probably in this 80 cent or 0.8 ADA level, and something will happen. There will be a catalyst to either raise price, like the team might say something, or a catalyst to drop price further. Something along the lines is going to happen. What I honestly think is going to happen is Lenfi is going to come down here to the 0.78, 0.79 area, continue back up because people will realize, hey, that's such a deal. They'll buy it back up, and then it'll get to the moving averages, and then we'll have to see whether it goes down further, builds another base and just continues to chop in this area, or if it gets above the moving averages, maybe a catalyst like the team comes out and says something in April or May, and then it will be off to the races. So that's what I would be watching. I would like to buy as it gets above the moving averages again, and just kind of catch that momentum, right? I think there are good things about buying down here at its base, but you take a lot more risk. And I don't really feel like taking more risk at this time. I've been in the game, I've been buying, I've been a holder, and you can see now I'm in a little bit of a loss on this project. And so it's good. I still like the project, but when you try to, when you buy a little bit too early, you do have to wait with the patience, and that can wear on people a little bit. So all in all, Lenfi, not a rug, not a bad project, not anything going wrong with it. I'm very, very, very excited for the version 3 and the version 2 to come back out for Lenfi. I think the team's still working very hard. I would like a little bit more communication, but as far as what we've seen over the last 2 or 3 years, there's not a lot of projects that have delivered a project with as much value to the community, has been consistent with the community, has managed user funds in a very, very good way, and has the combination of chart, tokenomics, fundamentals. You can see right here, the circulating supply, 15 million out of 29 million, while the other 14 million is held by the Lenfi team for the DAO and the treasury to use. And so there's not any sell pressure really. And what we want to see is we want volume to really continue down, meaning that Lenfi sell pressure is exiting, right? There's not more Lenfi to be sold. That'll be a catalyst to get price back up to where it needs to be. So I'm still long-term bullish on this project in 2025. I think we just got to be patient. We got to find the bottom. We got to let it come back up, and we got to catch the momentum as it comes in order to make a great investment like this and make as much money as possible. So I still think you should be bullish on Lenfi. I think maybe we should be patient, not buy any right now, wait for a base to form, wait for a turnaround, and then find a good time to buy around as price gets above the 30 and 40 week moving average and really starts to rise again. That's what I think about Lenfi. I'm still bullish on the project, still hold all my Lenfi. Not going to buy any more right now. Going to wait for a better time to buy, and then going to stack some USD, then stack some ADA, and then stack as much Lenfi as I can as it's going up. Let me know if you want to see a Lenfi versus LQ, Lenfi versus Indy, and why I think that Lenfi is probably one of the better projects and the better charts. It's just got to get that V2, V3 back out. All right. This is Lenfi. Let me know in the comments if you got any questions. Crypto 100x Blueprint in the description of this video. Go ahead and grab it if you haven't already. Join the newsletter. We're talking about a lot of cool stuff. And if you are a Lenfi holder, join us in the Discord so you can vote on what tokens go on Lenfi, how we're going to use treasury funds, all of that good stuff.